Chair, we have a little rumor we need to put a stop to. There's information going around out here that somebody tried to kidnap somebody down at Popeye Chicken Place.
Right, right.
Some rumors is that the same van was on campus, and one of your deputies was there. So, what really happened in that situation, and do we have a serious problem with that?
Well, I'll tell you what. In this day and age, we're always talking about the sex trafficking, the organ harvesting, and just plain old kidnapping for bad reasons. So yes, we always have a problem with that because we got to let our people know they have to be conscious of their surroundings because of what's going on in the world today.
Absolutely.
But also, you got to be conscious of what's really going on because from what I understand, we had an incident yesterday about a van parked at Popeyes and that a young lady almost got kidnapped. Well, after the investigation, and like you said, one of my deputies came, and from talking to the chief on campus, we got some information that the same van or van was on campus trying to pick up ladies, and I talked to the chief myself, and he said that didn't happen.
Okay.
I think what happens is, just like if I say yes to you, by the time it get to the last person, it's no. And I think people kind of added on some things, and people kind of panic about what's going on in the world today, and that's how we got to the end of the story that the young lady was almost kidnapped at Popeyes yesterday.
Okay.
But from my investigation and talking to my people and doing my investigation, the van was parked at Popeyes, but the gentleman there didn't speak great English, and he was broke down at Popeyes. He spent one night at Popeyes and one night at Gene & Son, which has been confirmed. He was there waiting on some parts to come in.
Because he was from out of state,
He was
right?
from out of state and
Okay.
didn't speak great English, so
All
he was
right.
there waiting on some parts to come in. Now, something could have happened in between there to the young lady that might have been misconstrued or misinterpreted, or my deputy said, and his words were, the guy might have been trying to flirt. But as far as kidnapping and picking her up, he said that it didn't happen. From my investigation, it didn't happen as we think it happened. And I'm not saying the young lady told the story because I know the young lady and I don't believe she did, but I think she might have misconstrued a little bit about what's happening. And with so much going on,
Right.
yes, she could have misinterpreted. And it's no doubt that she was afraid, no doubt that she was scared. But as far as trying to kidnap her, I don't think the guy was trying to do that.
Right.
From my investigation.
And because the way things are, people have got to be vigilant.
Yes, got to be.
Got to watch stuff.
Got to
When
watch that.
vans cruise around, you got to keep your eyes open. But you also got to place yourself away from those predicaments where somebody could jump out and get you
That's right, that's
and
right.
drag you into the
Yes,
van.
yes.
So we're not trying to, we're trying to dampen this rumor, but we're not trying to tell people that they shouldn't be
definitely
reporting
not. Well,
what they see,
let me
right?
say one thing about what the young lady did. The young lady definitely made people aware about what could happen and what's going on
she
in
certainly
the world
did.
today. So I'm not upset with the young lady. And she felt that way.
Right.
And feeling that way could definitely save her life or somebody else's life.
Absolutely.
So what she did, I'm not upset with what she said and what she did because that's how she felt.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's how she felt. And she was scared, and that's a defense mechanism. And that's good. But we definitely don't want those rumors out there, though, that something like that happened here. You know what I'm saying? That
Right.
something happened, and we don't have that problem right now, which I'm not going to say we don't have that problem because we always have that problem. We always have the possibility that somebody could do things like that.
Right.
So
Right.
one thing that I'm going to do, and I want to do it to Sheriff, and I know I'll get your help, is to educate our people on how and what they need to do in case something like this happens. And some signs they need to look for and some things they need to do to defend themselves just in case.
Right.
Education and training is the key. And we definitely have to do that for our community. And I want to do that in the churches. I want to do that in the schools. I want to do that at my office. And anywhere you see fit, anywhere anybody sees fit, we'll definitely come out and do some training and let people know about what's going on in the community. And if something happens to them, what they need to do and what they need to look out for to keep themselves and their children and their families safe in that situation.
Right. And one mother even went as far as to talk about transferring her child out of the university.
Right, right.
Parents, we can't control emotion, but adult parents just need to understand They need to get some facts.
Right, need to get some
You
facts.
need to contact the police department in your area, or the sheriff's department in your
Mm-hmm.
area, ask questions, find out what they have done,
Right.
and then make a cool decision.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Right,
because when
right.
parents overreact,
Mm-hmm.
we can't expect anything else from
That's right. That's
children.
right.
Okay.
That's right. That's
So
right.
we're not trying to discourage anybody from reporting.
Definitely not.
Always report everything
Right, right.
that you are suspicious of
Mhm.
to the police department or the sheriff's department. But let's not drive rumors via the social media at lightning speed and put a damaging reputation or a damaging image on the police department, the sheriff's department, the university campus, and etc. That's all we are trying to do.
Right, right.
Get some fact, give you some fact, encourage you to report everything you see and everything you think is suspicious.
Also one thing I want to say too, and this parent supposedly hired a private detective to deal with this situation and look into it because she was afraid for her daughter and didn't trust the local law enforcement. She just wanted something swift and something to happen and get the knowledge, and I'm not faulting her from that because, you want to protect your child. But that report from the private detective was that was untrue. It didn't happen that way and wasn't intended that way.
Right.
So, like I said, nothing against the young lady because she felt that way. And if she feels that way, that's okay. And that might save her life one day, just like anybody else's defense mechanism. But let's just make sure that we don't put it out there to the community to alarm the community.
Right.
And get them in an uproar and make it a bad situation.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Okay.
So look forward to the training that we're going to offer in the near future. And definitely tonight on the show, we're going to talk about this. So listen to the show tonight.
Okay. And that's the sheriff's report.
Sheriff report. Listen to the sheriff report tonight.